This man, Cenat, is a legend. Now, if you're chronically online like I am, then you have probably seen more than just a couple of clips from what honestly has become one of the biggest creator events in internet history. And that's Mafiathon 3. And just to catch up everybody who actually touches grass, Mafiathon is an event where Cenat, who is probably Twitch's biggest streamer, goes live for 30 days 24/7. His goal with this event was to hit 1 million subscribers on Twitch, which would shatter the all-time record that was also previously held by him. And he did that actually a couple of nights ago. I thought there was going to be a small chance he failed, but if he was going to actually do it, it probably would be on the last day. But I was very wrong because he ran those numbers up. I'm talking like 6 to 8 times his average, which made me a little bit curious. So I went back to his stream and saw his gifted leaderboards, which has some crazy names on them. By the way, some of these were definitely to grift some advertisements, but whatever. But yeah, we had Bozy at number 6 with 13,000, State Farm with 14,000, Crocs at number 4 with 19,900, eBay at number 3 with 23,000, Snoop DLGG at 50,000, and at the number 1 spot with 63,198 gifted subscribers. Who do you think it could be? Google? Apple? Maybe Twitch themselves? Actually, it was Valorant. That's right, the shooting game by Riot. Now, why would they, of all people, be donating what is equivalent of over $300,000 to Cenat, who as a fan, I don't think I've ever seen him even launch a Riot game. Well, you know how I mentioned that he spiked in subscribers the last couple of days? Well, that's because Valorant had a deal with Twitch where in the last 5 days of this month, they would give 1 extra subscriber for every 5 gifted subs to anyone on the platform. So what I think ended up happening was a lot of people knew that and they saved up all of their money. That way they could dump it all on the last couple of days. That way they get the most bang for their buck. And I have no idea when Valorant actually penned this deal with Twitch, but they probably weren't expecting to donate so many subscribers to one person. But regardless, that's just how the game goes. However, that did not stop the Valorant fan base from getting angry about the situation. I saw a lot of people online venting their frustrations about the gifted subs to Cenat, specifically about how it takes away money from their tier 2 and tier 3 competitive scenes. And as far as I understand, those are like equivalent to the G League / college basketball for Valorant. And they're having a little bit of a hard time sustaining themselves because of the money, which is probably true because I remember watching a video a couple of months ago where a bunch of players in those scenes were rigging games so that they can win bets. So I imagine it's probably pretty bad. But regardless, I think a lot of this anger is a little bit misguided. First of all, Cenat has like nothing to do with it. He just happens to benefit from it the most. I say this because some people are clearly frustrated that he specifically is getting the subs because he's already rich. But some people are acting like someone has Riot's credit card and is just personally swiping away money to Cenat. Now, it's pretty obvious that whatever deal Twitch and Valorant had, it was made to promote Valorant. But I say, what better way to promote Valorant on Twitch than them being seen at the very top of this year's biggest streaming event? And I have no idea how many subs were gifted across the platform by Valorant, but I'm sure whatever that amount is, it's worth more to Riot as a business than investing it into their tier 2 / tier 3 scenes. Now, if your argument is that it was a bad use of advertising money, then I would probably agree. But it's still better than giving it to a bunch of G Leaguers. I kind of saw it as a nice charity event for Valorant to give to the community. So shouts out to them for giving a bunch of people free money. But someone will probably have to pay for it. And by someone, I mean the fan base. Better get those wallets ready.